Jean-Philippe, if you could.
Sure.
Just take the word. One second. First is that there are a few questions that are towards you, and maybe you could use also the opportunity after answering the questions is to also give highlights, probably without too big detail, of the whole process that leads to the double listing, and I think that is required is in terms of immediate steps or intermediate steps rather in Germany. But the questions that came up from Velizar Forlansky, the first one is what made you get involved with Bulgaria and Ilevън Kepitъл? So this is the first question.
Okay.
One is what are the assets under management in Arauca Capital? And the third one is where do you see the most value in Ilevъn? I mean the current portfolio and Ilevъn too.
Sure. Shall I start now?
Yeah, please.
Great. Thank you for the question. Actually, it's a very interesting one. So the first thing that happened to me is I got involved with Bulgaria, with Shelly. I discovered the company around 2022, and I found out that the company was doing something like, it was unorthodox. So creating hardware is, when you are in the West, everybody tells you China will kill you. And they did it something unorthodox because they had a complete different vision, and they did it with an unbelievable amount of low resources. So even the marketing spend is very low. So the profitability of Shelly was extraordinary, and the optionality of the business was fabulous. So that put my interest in Bulgaria. When I started to dig deeper, that story of Shelly was not only about Shelly, but about Bulgaria and the region. When I mean the region is more the Eastern European part. So this is a company which has extraordinary talent. Bulgaria, for instance, is becoming a hub of talent. You have Bosch having an innovation center. You have a lot of software people, a lot of immigration now from the West, a very tax efficient system. And what is not happening is that there is a lot of eyes on Western capital markets or the Western Europe in the region. And Shelly is not only one aspect, but when I started to discover not only publicly listed companies, but early stage companies, particularly the portfolio of Ilevъn, I could tell you that I found a fascination when I realized that they were dividend paying in a venture capital fund. That's an anomaly, I tell you the truth. Normally, companies cannot do that. That means that they reach profitability very, very fast, and also they can grow without having the need to deploy capital on the business. My first question was, well, you are sacrificing growth, and I realized no. So I said, there is a lot of extraordinary companies here, and in my world, you know, the Western part, there is not many others. So I became the first fund, Western fund, actually to write a full write-up on Shelly, and that was like, I was telling a lot of my colleagues and my investors why I was investing in Bulgaria, and that helped me understand the stereotype of Western investor into Bulgaria, and that only told me, hey, this is a huge opportunity here. So, and then not only Bulgaria, but the whole region. So that's one of the reasons why I found that completely fascinating. And if you go to the portfolio of Ilevъn Capital, you will find a lot of similar stories of companies having created extraordinary technologies with a very minimal capital raise compared to other Western companies. And I think there is going to be a lot of Shelly. So that part is, makes me super excited. And believe me, in the Western part of Europe, there is a little of laziness on how to approach things. In the Eastern part, no. So the real growth for me in Europe is going to come from here. So that is, let's say, one of my excitement why I like to be with Ilevъn Capital on this super exciting project. I can elaborate even more, but this is just a summary. And the second part, Arauca, well, let's focus on 11 Capital now. Is for Arauco Capital, you can reach me separately for any questions. I think that's relevant for the core now. Well, and the third part was the most value. I think I covered that on the first part. I gave you a comprehensive of what is the most value on 11 Capital. Apart, you know, so something that is not well known. You guys go and you hear the track record of 11 Capital, 11 Ventures as a whole. It's extraordinary. Look at the track record of Western venture capital funds. So there is here already a capital allocation segment, super interesting, on selecting very good startups. And what also is very valuable, let's say, for me as a person here, is the opportunity to have, you know, a hidden, I mean, because you only guys know it here in Bulgaria, but outside in the Western part is not clear. The type of portfolio companies that exist already in 11 Capital, dividend payers companies that you can enhance this one to deploy eventually, and providing a, let's say, a capital allocation framework on top. You know, this could become a super interesting part, you know, like a 11 Capital listed in Germany, having, you know, let's say, imagine the companies execute very well, then it could become an engine in the region, and it's democratizing an asset class that has not been always very available for all the public. Is when you invest in venture capital funds, it's mostly large institutions. So there is a lot of things behind that make me super excited. Happy to answer any further questions. Thank you.